internet is on and off, so I guess we're doing Leaping Larry, and I can finish off that fucking free video special, plus some bullshit at the start. I'm going to be reviewing cassette games for the C64. Now these are not normal reviews. Basically, what I've done, I've taken a box of standard cassette cased C64 games, and these piqued my interest actually. We got Mr. Frosty and the Killer Penguins, Leaping Larry. Soft Aid we'll ignore because I bought that because it had 10 games on it, nothing to do with the cover. And Cybertron. This is how you picked your games in the early days of the C64. Only 1 out of 4 of these cassette inlays has any screenshots, although again, should really ignore Soft Aid because it's a compilation and you probably knew what those games look like. But yeah, you look at the cover artwork, you might read some of the blurb. I can't see shit first thing in the morning these days, so that's not going to happen. you imagine the kind of game you hope it's going to be. I mean, Mr. Frosty and the Killer Penguins. Now there was that machine that made like slush puppy type things, and it was shaped like a snowman, and yeah, it was like a toy thing really. It was for the kids. They like crush the ice and then you spritz your fucking I never had that, but I was a kid at the time and I knew about it. And Killer Penguins, man. And look at that, that looks like giant spider. Anything with a giant spider is good, in it. Leaping Larry, could it be like a bit like Raiders of the Lost? Who knows, mate. And Cybertron, look, shooting, lots of shooting, futuristic. These are all good things. So, let's check them out.
Over tent wires, it was a nightmare. With these,
2 weeks.
3 levels of brightness: the high, the medium, and that.
15 quid for a fucking head torch. What the fuck? This shit still working? Yeah. Fucking hell. How long does this shit take to load? Put a fucking loading picture up for me. Motherfucker, this is 1985 according to my broken reading glasses. Why aren't my fucking reading glasses arrived yet? I'm gonna give him a fucking neutral. During the pandemic, reading glasses are urgent, mate. Let's hope I pick the right strength. It's been nearly a year since I've gone to that fucking pound shop bollocks. Actually, I think I've only been to the shops 3 times since March. Yeah, copyright Krypton Force, 1985. Motherfucker! Look how much fucking tape there is on that. Look at that. That's a fucking C60, mate. And people don't believe me, 1983 Manic Miner version 1 took 25 minutes to load on a fucking Commodore loader. And it wasn't a copy, it was an original game. Right. I shall have to silence you. Victorian children's style. Children should be seen and not heard. Should these graphics be seen? On a plasma screen it looks like I'm playing with Lego, not C64. But anyway, can't blame the C64 for that. Most people have like a fucking 12-inch monitor stroke TV. Now if you're really rich, you've got the Commodore 14-inch monitor. Why? I don't know. apart from the S-video input, which I don't think my Sony TV has. That's really the only difference. Now buying 1084 for your Amiga, well you're a bit of a knob there because you could have got a much better Sony Trinitron portable TV with the same CRT screen as those you know, professional review video monitors, blah blah blah, fucking dickheads on YouTube. It's the same fucking tube, mate. All you've done is push the fucking price up of everything. So now the TV I had as a teenager is about fucking 150 quid. They probably got fucking shit stains on it because they're the kind of people that hoard that kind of stuff and stick it up for maximum price on eBay. Anyway, I can't bother to edit all this shit out anymore. Took me ages to edit out all the absolute bollocks. I was going to say bollocks, but there's still loads of bollocks left in the Desolator so-called review. She's scheduled nicely. While the little shits are sleeping, you can actually use the internet. Fuck's sake! Yeah, you tell him that, Lanny. So Jonesy, you managed to trap yourself in the breakfast room, but now you want to be in the living room all day. I think you're getting agoraphobic, mate. Ah, come on, you have to meow or something. They won't even know you're looking at me. So anyway, first impressions of this are not great, like I say. But maybe the game will improve. Things are moving at 50 frames per second fluidly and consistently. Something I guarantee will not be the case with the PS5 when running in native 4K resolution. So. And actually for 1981, 320 by 200 was a normal high resolution. And the VIC-2 was indeed finished in 1981. How the hell do you think Commodore made two completely different products with the same SID chip and VIC-2? And had it finished by January 1982 anyway. Ah, that's another fucking thing. Again, sold out, PS5, sold out, PS5 stock checker. These people are thick as shit, mate. Or just fucking useless millennials. When Commodore invented and finished the C64, they ran the production lines non-stop from January to when it came out, 6 months or 7-8 months later. I can't remember when it came out in America. Actually I do, it was September. So there you go, it's 9 months of running the production facility at maximum fucking capacity to build up enormous stocks of the C64. How many fucking weeks or a few months did Sony and Microsoft run the cheap shit factories with their rubbish designs? The fucking PS5 looks worse than the PS3, which was one of the worst PlayStations ever. And it looks like a fucking piece of body armour from a stormtrooper that got fucking crushed under the foot of an attack whilst melting. And that's meant to be, ooh, it's a gorgeous design, ooh, look how they put the USB port and the USB-C port and they lined it up so the small one is near the narrow. Fuck off, you fucking cocksucker. Is it obvious I've just woken up and this is the first review of the day? Well, I need to get this one out of the way so we can get the little mini-series over with. Although really I should read the blurb while I'm here, because we got the case. Remember, this is what it looked like. Now you definitely would have bought this because you don't actually see the cassette in the inlay, so you couldn't have thought, motherfucker, another 20-minute loading standard Commodore loader came. You are Larry, a brave and courageous caveman living in the Dark Ages. No, the Dark Ages, I believe, were sometime between the fall of the Roman Empire and the end of the Crusades. And idiotic fucking... no, the Earth cannot be going around the Sun. The Sun is going around the Earth. Stab, stab, torture, torture in the church. Yeah, anyway. Before your marriage, ooh-ah. That's what it says there, look, I'm not lying. Ah, fucking focus, will you, bastard? Ah, this is bullshit, it's not gonna focus. Ah, come on! Right, I'll have to put a picture of that up as well. No, I haven't got my Paint Shop Pro 8 paint package on this new PC yet. Your task is to venture deeper and deeper into the into the underground caves and seek out your bride, while smashing the high score. Well, at least you're not smashing her head like in PC Bill and dragging her to the cave. Things have improved. This must be the Renaissance period of caveman era. To accompany you through your life, you have been given the chief's most valuable possession, his daughter. Daughter, you have a daughter. What is that from? I'm sure that's from Star Wars, might not be though. Beware though, this is no easy task, with gigantic spiders, falling rocks, killer birds, laser tunnels, stalagmites and stalactites, and much more. I don't think it'd be as good as Smurf Rescue on the ColecoVision. I really shouldn't talk with the bloody roll up in your mouth. Good luck, and you'll need it. Right. Hang on, did it say which joystick port it's in? Joystick port 2, hella fucking ya. Because as you know, the C64 Mini or full size doesn't have a button to swap the joystick port, even though it's running an emulator. And yes, I did try the absolutely stupid thing of unplugging the USB joystick and plugging it into the other USB port. Yeah, it don't work like that, mate. I was hoping the music would stop. There's no sound effects. Fucking hell, what weird jump control. Look at that. It's like John Carter. So you've got to avoid all these bastards. Right, this is a 1985 game. If this was 1983, fair enough, mate. And there's no screenshots of this thing. What's your driver? Go for it. That was a fucking stupid joystick for the C64. These joysticks are wank. I only use them for about 3-4 fucking days, a week maximum, and already the joystick fucking sticks. That was my fault. We're going to have to try and see if the USB to Sega Joypad adapter does actually work with this thing. Because it has 2 joystick ports on it as well. So you could actually play joystick port 1 games. This is a fucking horrible game. As horrible as the 2 Weeks Woman. And if you don't know what that means, you need to go and watch the 2 weeks clip of Total Recall.
Have you brought any fruits or vegetables onto the planet?
2 weeks.
Excuse me?
They could have saved a lot of money on fucking special effects makeup and just put her in the movie. She might have to go on a special McDonald's diet though. She's not fat enough for that character. I'm probably not tall enough, but we can put lifts in the shoes. Fuck yeah, that one's a fucking nightmare to do. I won't be able to do it now. I'm pretty sure I was smoking whilst doing that. So jump. Ah, fuck off. And that was the joystick. Again, it sticks that way. It's really. I've played better 1982 games. I'll be honest. I really have. I think they're Phoenix Software games actually. I played at least one. It was a Centipede knockoff. Oh, hurry up, you fucking bob-legged cunt. This is unnecessary. This would be annoying if the game was 10 out of 10 for 1985, let alone 1982. Jesus Christ. I did it the first time. My mate used to wear lifts in his shoes. He was quite tall. He used to spike his hair up like 5 fucking inches, like someone out of CT Sputnik. He looked a bit weird actually because of his ethnicity. I'm not going to tell you his ethnicity. Wasn't my opinion, I thought they looked cool, but girls used to say rude things to him about his hairstyle and his skin colour. I was like, fuck off man, you sound like a prick. She's quite unique for her. Ah, fuck off. Is that a pixel perfect jump already? So you can't hold your finger on the fire button. You have to actually do the joy. Ah, fuck off, man. I bet it's this joystick's picking up diagonals. Right, there may be a knack to the jumping, as idiotic as it is. But this is what it was like. Go in the shop, look at the cover, read that blurb. Fucking lasers, man. Giant spiders. And the spiky things from the top and the bottom of the cave that I used to have on the ColecoVision, which I hadn't bought yet. Oh, actually, I did have in 1985. But I think by 1985 I wasn't doing that. This is how you pick games in like 83, 84, before magazines were doing Commodore 64 reviews exclusively, and it was an honour for them. That's how you do it. It's a really idiotic jump thing, and I'm not even going to tell you how it is, you've got to work that out. So because the joystick sticks, ah fucking. Ah, this has reminded me, I need to copy all the cracked games with the trainers on them, because this game is fucking unplayable. And if you was using Vice on Windows, you could just go in and disable the hardware sprite to sprite collision detection and then switch it on when you get to the bottom to pick up the key. Jesus Christ, how annoying are those? They need to line up a lot closer than that. And they're not, they're in perfect sync with each other, look. Well, that's Christmas fucked then if this joystick is already fucked. If your joystick's fucked, Christmas is fucked. Many a late teenager would say that, I reckon. Before AIDS come out. Ah, fucking, I had enough of this game. It's a cunt. It's more fun listening to my bullshit comments than watching this game, that's for sure. Motherfucker. So cool, so I won't be able to line up the bloody camera now. Because, Well, for ages it just had a blue screen. Well, at least we're getting some lines. I can sort of mess about with the camera a bit, trying to get the lines horizontal without any weird perspective. I don't know if that's right. So it has something. It's not a completely blank, like light blue screen, like the first version of Manic Miner, which no one seems to have an original tape of. It took like 25 minutes to load that cunt. Oof, I don't know. But anyway, I did my homework while that was loading. I've mentioned that a million times. I used to get Manic Miner loading, probably put the C64 and the tape deck on the bed that was next to my desk. Hey, can't really hear any more of that story because it's time to play Mr. Frosty and the Killer Penguins by Jim Broadbent. No, David Broadhurst. Now, of course, if this is joystick port 1, we're fucked. There could be a way around that. I'm not sure if you plug in the C64 mini joystick first and then this one, that the second joystick you plug in defaults to the other joystick port. That's really what you need. So if you're going to buy the C64 full size, really you need two joysticks, two USB joysticks. Anyway, right, that's me. The fire controls are a bit jump controls are a bit shit, but at least you press fire. You know, you don't push up to jump. How the fucking... That is ridiculous. It's just really iffy on the controls. This is fucking insane. This is like level 16 of Manic Miner. And it doesn't have any of the graphics of Manic Miner, which are not Spectrum graphics. They're actually nice high-res graphics. It's a style. Oh, God, for fuck's sake. Jesus Christ, you can't even be anywhere near the ladder when that thing's around. They're pretty much lined up, so you have to wait ages. The genius of Manic Miner is if you go straight away and you go in the right path, you don't need to wait at all for the first at least 5 or 6 levels. You can actually do it and you know, rack up huge amount of bonus points. Is there any bonus points on this? Ah, there's time as well, so on top of everything else. This is fucking impossible, mate. There's no other way to do this other than like this. So you probably got to wait until he's all the way over there. And you've got to somehow jump up there. Ah, this is fucking shit. Mum, I want more pocket money. I'm out of tea, I'm out of roll-ups, although the tobacco has been drying, and it does look a little bit sunny out there. In fact, it's a little bit sunny enough, as in really fucking sunny, because the houses that are painted white opposite me, all that sunlight is coming in here. Now, I don't know if I get vitamin D from that. But you can get vitamin D from mushrooms. That's what they said on Eat Well for Less yesterday. There wasn't any recipes for someone of my cooking calibre. Press a key to continue. Ooh, Micropower are proud to present. Do you require instructions? Yes, please. Default. You know what, I'm not going to read all this shit. What am I? Pack Billy? You want decent voices? Go on his channel, mate. This is not the home of great atmospheric voice acting at all. Not even close. I lived in Kebab Shop, London for far too long, mate. That's the area of London I lived in. So I have London Kebab Shop accent. Now, watch out for Spook, the ghost of the last person who tried to enter the fort. Now, this is really hard to read with a stack of boxes and a fucking camera in front of me. Excuse me, the audio is set for watching again Dark Matter. That's what it probably would have sounded like through the RF on my Triumph TV. Oh man, the boxes are blocking the remote eye. So, to rate the music, now the loading system was rubbish, completely rubbish. There's no title screen, nothing, no flashing bars, no music. So that's a 0, that's a straight 0. But, you know, the music, rating the music on something is, I'm going to go with a very simple rule. If I like it almost as much as the music on Confusion, which has a Rob Hubbard tune on it, I can't remember who makes the game actually. I think then it's alright. So this is alright. Confusion is a really nice tune actually. It's quite a short tune, but it's really nice. And this isn't bad. So I think we'll go 7 out of 10 for the music. For young teenage version of me who would have had this game, which I didn't buy. God damn it, his keyboard port 1 again. Now I don't know if you have to actually plug in another joystick before you load the game. I don't know if Vice would automatically detect that and assign it. Never tried that, and if it does or doesn't, it depends on the Linux here. So we might have to play with keyboard, which I can't remember. The triangle keys were 2, M was fire. Okay, that's doable. Now remember, I had a VCS from 1980, so there was always joysticks to be used with any computer I owned. Although I only got my ColecoVision after I got my C64, about a year and a quarter. Oh, there's a story, but I'm not going to tell the ColecoVision story. No, sir. Now I don't know the key, I just press Z. Okay, I can't play these sort of games on keyboard. Not Berserk type games. The trouble is the fire button's really on the wrong side. And the bloody camera's in the way. Oh, and that's Evil Otto. Right. You can watch all this bullshit. No, actually I'm going to have to load it again, aren't I? For fuck's sake. So, yet another trip to the future the shit future where you have to use a fucking Windows computer, just so I can put underscore J1, capital J, at the end of the file name, because there's no option to swap joysticks on the C64 full size. And if you don't want to be using the shit joysticks, you're going to have to buy a second micro switch joystick. Or find some way of plugging something in that lets you plug in a zip stick that is compatible with this version of Linux, I believe, is it? So I thought I might as well try loading in version 1D. Famously, the mystical emperor who built China. Was it China? Anyway, it's not like the numerical digit 1 and the letter D. No, it's spelt like, I don't know, W-U-N. It's just, but I always, when I hear that on Discovery Channel programs, I think of, you know, the number 1 and the capital letter D, 1D. Actually, it's probably from Ancient Aliens, because they probably make him out to be some ancient astronaut, as if that makes it sound more plausible. At any given time, there's probably only 10 sentient species in the entire Milky Way galaxy, which is 10,000 light years across. So, human beings won't be here in 10,000 years' time. Not the way they're treating the coronavirus, because that's actually not a particularly lethal virus. If MERS had got out to the world as badly as you know, COVID-19, we'd all be fucking dead already. Because people just think there are more important things, or just as important things, as keeping human beings alive by not spreading viruses, respiratory viruses. Yeah, I'm having to talk all this bollocks because this version isn't any better on the loading score. But going back to the music, yeah, Confusion would be a solid 8 out of 10, possibly 9 out of 10 tune. But there is a tune from like the early years of you know, C64 gaming, from a game called Rubbish Monster or Crumel Monster. And the actual SID on that is, oh blimey, that's full on electronic disco kind of ambient music. It's really nice actually. In fact, I'm going to be doing a 1985 vacation video sort of thing. And that 1 minute tune might be 2 minutes actually, I can't remember. Looped over for like a 5-minute pop video kind of thing is going to be how I'm going to do it. The less you know about that, the better, because I might be dead before I ever do it. No, thank you. Right, this is definitely a game you want to be playing on joystick without a camera in the fucking way. Ah, come on. Well, this is no good, because I'm... So I've labelled this as joystick 1 and it still don't work. I can't play it with keyboard. Ah, it's a fucking nightmare. What the fuck is it doing? Get on with it. I don't want to fucking play with the keyboard. So pressing the fire button moves you diagonally. Pressing left puts you up. That's very weird. Very weird indeed. Any key on the keyboard will start the game. Let's see if pressing fire button. No, because pressing fire button in joystick port 1. Hey. Don't look at my widescreen. He's rude. So, let's see if it actually says press something for joystick. Otherwise, we won't be able to play this. So I'm pressing fire on the joystick. Right. Now sneakily I did not change the joystick 1, 2 business on the file names for version 1B, 1C and version 2 of Cybertron. God, this is the most fucking torturous version of, you know, a review for this one bloody game. However, we get some cockeyed border stripes. No, they're not cockeyed anymore. Cockeyed are new. I hope this is the same fucking game though. The file names are really not long enough. And on the TOSEC they're too long. So between the two of them there's half the file name missing on some games. So it's actually a bit iffy picking this thing. You know what? If tapes are your thing, just get a real C64. That actually works. Make sure, you know, they say it works. And you know, they've shown it running a game in the pictures on eBay, because that's where you're gonna go. And then just buy a Tapuino. Buy a Tapuino, stick the TOSEC for the tape images. I couldn't find the 2019 TOSEC, so this is 2016, but I presume most of the games are there. Games that you'd ever want to play. So, and because you don't have to like do the changes to the file names, you know, to force the C64 full size to use joystick port 1 or buy a second micro switch joystick. It's not that bloody good. They're 25 quid each. For 25 quid you could get a mint box zip stick for your real C64. And if you're buying a C64C that's horribly yellow but works perfectly, then they don't cost that much either. So the Tapuino isn't that much. About 25-30 quid, and about another 5-10 quid for the micro SD card and all that bullshit, and off you go, mate. So even from scratch it probably works out about the same price as the C64 full size. And if you don't want to change the file names, you will have to buy another joystick, which means another bloody, you know, the C64 full size joystick. So pressing fire actually does nothing. Right, so it's fucking working now. Now, Jesus Christ, after all this effort, if I don't like the game, I'm going to have to try very hard to like this game. Oh no, I think that was the joystick sticking actually. Sticky joystick alert. really iffy to control the bastard thing. Oh, bloody hell. Ah, fucking hell. How am I supposed to get them? It's too awkward to play this game. Now, back then, because I had Hexpert by Anilog, I still don't know if I've uploaded that. I think I did. I just thought Qbert must be a real bastard of an arcade game. It was very difficult. I didn't know it's because they didn't program it properly, because I've never played the arcade game. But I did play Berserk on my VCS quite a lot actually. I used to like that. And it does have Evil Otto, you just have to set the right game setting. So it's not as playable as Berserk on the VCS, which I would have known back then. So from the game, the way the game plays, not necessarily the game plays, I'd have to mark that down. It's like a rubbish Berserk knockoff. So I don't think I would have liked